kind of power will legislators have over the Arkansas court system? Can you give a 2-minute answer if we get it in 2 minutes?
Yeah, we've kind of covered that, I think.
I think we've covered it very well. I think it will be justices for sale.
Okay, Jonathan, I want to ask you this one, then we'll go this way. This is from Emily Carter Pierce. As a woman and hearing about the Me Too movement, will issue 1 hurt sexual assault victims able to receive justice in court?
Yes. Yes. Because even, I don't know if you're aware, even in the psychological field, it's going to be to where those that conduct sexual assault, like what you want to call them peeping toms or whatever the case may be, it is going to be somewhat of a diagnosis stating that it's a mental illness. So that is what it's going to be. So therefore, if it's a mental illness, then what type of punishment or they're going to be able to go through it throughout the judicial system. So what it is they're being proactive due to the statistics. They're being proactive, one, because everybody now thinks that you can somewhat climb above poverty if you go into the medical field. And that's not true. You know, just like everybody thought you can climb out of poverty if you become a teacher. And now you have the problem of teachers not wanting to educate, teachers just want a paycheck. So you're going to be running into that problem in the medical field, and that's not safe. So basically what it is they're being proactive for something that they are going to be able to release their hands on and not be able to hold on so tightly to anymore.
I have 2 questions. I'm going to have to let you answer that. I'm going to give you this other question because they're the same to a degree. Bob Ramsey asked, with the announcement of Arkansas priests being accused of sexual misconduct, can issue 1 hurt sexual assault victim? So for you both, that's kind of a question concerning. So Justice Tuck and then Rod Hendricks, if you can answer.
Well, I want to say this. You know, I'm a realist, you know, and you say by if who does
With the announcement of Arkansas priests being accused of sexual misconduct, I think there's 16 from Arkansas that just recently came out.
And with the priest still doing that, or a priest doing that, how come the parents still take the children to their priest's church?
Because the kids didn't tell the parents.
And so the parents have to do their part as well on that particular issue. No, it's not right.
But
and
how
yes,
do you punish the church for letting these people do it?
I wouldn't punish. No, punishing the church is wrong.
Punishing that person.
That person. I think that's the difference between the church.
But when the Catholic Church lets it happen,
The
and
church
knows
should be
it happens,
responsible.
If they let it happen,
they leave the priest
Right.
there and let it go.
right, knowing that he already did, yes, but something does. Someone in that church does need to take accountability.
Brian, can you answer that one for her? Answer that question, please, for her too, on how the church, who do you hold responsible for this?
Here's the problem. The problem is whether it is with the church, with abuse, or whether it is with the Me Too movement, sex harassment in the workplace. The problem is the same. And that is that you're going to have the moneyed interest making the rules. That's where your problem comes in. I'm a business owner, so I'm subject to getting sued for sex harassment more so than most people. So if I want to go hire a lobbyist to go change the rules, make it a lot harder for somebody to bring a claim against me, or to limit their damages if they do bring a claim against me, then I'm subject to do that. If I'm trying to watch my pocketbook, I'm using myself as an example, hopefully I'd never do that. But that's the problem that we're talking about here, is that they can manipulate the rules so that women do not have access to justice for these very situations, or in the case of the church, usually it's young boys. Now, what would they do there? Okay, a lot of these are repressed memories, I'm told. I'm not very familiar with this area of litigation. All they have to do is tweak the statute of limitations. Can't bring a case. Dead. No accountability. That's what's going to happen from issue 1, is reduced accountability.
And then what I don't understand is how can it be a tweak in the statute of limitations on that specific issue when it goes against the Romeo and Juliet one?
Well, the people that write those checks to those politicians, they don't care about anything other than their pocketbook. All they want to do is to protect big business from being accountable. That's all they care about. So we look at it, you and I, Justice Tuckett, I'm sure everybody in this room, and hopefully the people that are watching, we look at this and we evaluate it from a moral perspective. We have to understand in this fight, they're not doing that. They're not evaluating these issues from a moral perspective. It is purely financial. And that's why they're losing. Quite frankly, that's why they're losing. They don't have any passion behind their campaign for issue 1. It's just about money. And they thought they could just buy a bunch of TV ads and tell a bunch of lies and promote those lies over Facebook and other social media outlets and television and hope that the public was too uneducated to understand it. Because let's face it, in fairness, it's pretty complicated. If you read issue 1 and you don't know anything about the law, it can be a little confusing. It can be more than a little confusing. I know lawyers don't understand it that way. So we have to keep that in mind. We're not dealing with normal people. We're not dealing with people that go to church and understand they may go to church. They don't necessarily get the morality of what they're doing.
Well, and I